Welcome back, golf fans, to the sun-splashed grounds of Inverness Club here in Toledo, Ohio, for continuing second-round coverage of the 1920 U.S. Open. Yesterday's opening round was a test of nerve and precision. Aubrey Boomer emerged as the surprise pace setter, carding a brilliant 68 to finish at -3. Mike Brady and Willie McFarlane were steady at even par, while a cluster of top contenders, Ted Ray, Jim Barnes, and Tom Williamson, hovered one stroke back at +1. Heavy, rough, and firm conditions ballooned scores across the board, with a scoring average of +2.4. Today's action has been brisk. Ted Ray birdied the opener to pull even par through 20 holes, while James Braid and Bobby Cruikshank have faltered early, dropping valuable ground. Willie McFarlane remains even through 2, showing poise. Walter Hagen and Gene Sarazen will tee off soon. Eyeing a move before the cut line at +7 tightens the pressure. Conditions remain treacherous. Greens are stimping near 12, and the rough is punishing. Stick with us as the championship unfolds. Ted Ray finds a steady rhythm here on day 2, playing the third at Inverness to par and remaining at +1 overall, matching yesterday's effort on the same hole. The Englishman, known for his commanding drives and 1912 Open Championship title, is well positioned to pounce as the afternoon unfolds. Elsewhere, Willie McFarlane and George Duncan also hold firm, each just inside the top 10. Aubrey Boomer still leads at -3, but the chasers are beginning to stir on this sun-drenched Friday. A costly stumble for Willie McFarlane, who drops 2 shots at the par 5 fifth and slips to +3 overall. Just yesterday, he played the hole cleanly, making par, so this double bogey is sure to sting. The 1925 U.S. Open champion is now in a logjam for 12th, needing a strong back 9 to stay in weekend contention. Meanwhile, Aubrey Boomer's lead
Now
remains
on the first tee
unchallenged
from
at
England,
-3,
William
while
Tweddell.
Tom Williamson continues to impress in solo third at +1. William Tweddell opens his second round with a solid par at the first, maintaining his steady position at +1, just 2 shots out of solo second. The 1927 British amateur champion is known more for match play prowess, but he's showing he can grind it out on these firm Inverness fairways. Meanwhile, George Duncan, winner of the 1920 Open Championship, gets underway at even par for the day, hoping to climb from the pack at +2. A calm, clear morning favors the early groups.
Welcome to Inverness Club and the US Open. Please welcome to the first tee from England Jim Barnes.
Hang on.
Jim Barnes begins his second round here at Inverness with a par on the opening hole, holding steady at 3. The Cornish-born American, winner of the inaugural PGA Championship in 1916 and the 1921 US Open, is a seasoned contender, and despite a tough scoring setup this week, he remains in position to strike if conditions shift. Up ahead, Ted Ray has moved into a large tie at +2, while George Duncan has matched him through 2 solid holes. Jim Barnes stumbles out of the gate here on Friday with a double bogey at the first, dropping him to +5 for the championship. It's a costly start for the veteran, who now finds himself just 2 shots inside the projected cut line of +7. Barnes, known for his towering frame and smooth tempo, will need to settle quickly if he hopes to stay within striking distance. William Tweddell picks up a shot early in round 2, birdieing the second to move into red numbers for the first time this week. Now tied at even par with Mike Brady, Tweddell continues to quietly impress at Inverness with his disciplined shot-making and graceful putting stroke. The Englishman's tidy play is well suited to the demanding Toledo layout, especially with these firm fairways and lightning-fast greens. He's now just 3 behind Boomer and trending in the right direction. George Duncan makes par at the fourth, holding at +2 through early play in round 2. That's now 2 pars in a row since teeing off, a steady, if unspectacular start as he tries to stay within striking range of the leaders. Duncan, currently 8th in season earnings, sits 6 back of Aubrey Boomer, who remains alone atop the board at -3. Several top names, including Cruikshank and Smith, are not yet on the move this morning, leaving plenty of volatility ahead.
Now on the first tee from Australia with 1 win this season, Joe Kirkwood Sr.
Joe Kirkwood Sr. makes par at the first to begin round 2, holding at +2 overall. After a bogey at the 16th yesterday, the Australian steadies himself here with a clean start. Ranked 3rd on the season's money list, Kirkwood remains within 5 shots of Aubrey Boomer, who leads solo at -3. With the course playing firm under morning sun, position golf will be key as the field jostles tightly between even and +3. Bobby Jones makes par at the second, remaining at +3 early in round 2. It's a quiet start for the Georgian, who opened with par at the first and now looks to build momentum before the turn. Jones, currently tied for 12th, remains 4 back of second place and 6 behind Aubrey Boomer, who continues to lead at -3. With conditions firming under sunny skies, patience may prove more valuable than aggression over the coming stretch. William Twiddell bogeys the fourth, sliding from +1 to +2 and dropping into a tie for 5th. After a promising start, the young Englishman loses some ground and now finds himself in a crowded pack 5 back of Aubrey Boomer, who remains out front at -3. Twiddell's misstep mirrors the broader struggle. Scoring chances are proving scarce this morning as firm greens and narrow fairways test patience across the leaderboard. Ted Ray makes par at the 7th and remains at +1, still tied for 3rd as round 2 unfolds. The veteran has settled in with pars on each of his last 2 holes following a birdie at the 6th. Ray continues to stay within 2 shots of second place, Mike Brady, who holds at even par. With Aubrey Boomer steady atop the board at -3, the trailing pack remains tightly bunched heading into the heart of the round. Joe Kirkwood Sr. remains at +2 after a par at the second, matching his steady start from the opening hole. The Australian, still well inside the new cut line of +8, hasn't yet made a move, but continues to hang close to the leaders. He's 5 shots back of Aubrey Boomer, who maintains his lead at -3. As more players settle into round 2, scoring remains disciplined across the field under dry, fast-playing conditions. Bobby Jones makes par at the third, holding firm at +3 through 3 holes in round 2. That's now 3 straight pars for the Georgian, who remains part of a sizable tie for 11th. With scoring conditions tightening and only a few red numbers on the board, Jones is still very much in the mix. He trails leader Aubrey Boomer by 6, and though he hasn't gained ground yet, his steady hand may prove useful as the pressure mounts. William Tweddell bogeys the 5th, falling from +2 to +3 and into a tie for 11th. That's his second drop shot of the day, having started round 2 at +1. After early promise, the Englishman now finds himself 6 shots back of Aubrey Boomer, who continues to lead at -3. Tweddell will need to halt this slide quickly, as the tightly packed leaderboard offers little margin for error under today's firming conditions at Inverness. Ted Ray makes par at the 8th, staying at +1 and keeping his share of third place intact. Ray's round has been a model of steadiness, just one birdie offsetting a run of pars through the front. At 2 shots off the pace, the 43-year-old Englishman remains firmly in contention as he eyes the inward 9. Aubrey Boomer holds the solo lead at -3, with Mike Brady still second at even par and a host of players one good swing away from climbing. Chick Evans birdies the 9th to close out his front side in style, moving from +2 to +1. That caps a solid outward 9 and lifts the 1916 U.S. champion into a share of third with Ted Ray and Tom Williamson. Evans, 9th on the 1920 list, is gaining momentum at just the right time. Leader Aubrey Boomer remains 3 clear at -3, but with Evans now on the march, the pressure may soon shift his way. Joe Kirkwood Sr. picks up a birdie at the third, moving from +2 to +1 and climbing into a share of third. That's his first red number of the day and a timely gain for the Australian, currently ranked 3rd in season earnings. With that, Kirkwood now sits just 2 shots behind leader Aubrey Boomer, who remains steady at -3. It's a crowded chase as round 2 at Inverness continues to unfold with minimal separation. Chick Evans birdies the 11th to return to even par, once again tied for second behind leader Aubrey Boomer at -3. The Chicago native is no ordinary contender. Evans made golf history in 1916 by becoming the first player to win both the U.S. Amateur and the U.S. Open in the same year. A lifelong amateur, he famously turned down professional prize money, choosing instead to establish the Evans Scholars Foundation, which funds college scholarships for caddies, a legacy that endures far beyond the fairways. Evans' swing is classic and compact, and his course management remains among the finest in the game. Now playing his second round at Inverness with quiet confidence, Evans is not only in contention, but commanding respect, even as the pressure rises. Joe Kirkwood Sr. birdies the 4th to move from +1 to even par, joining Mike Brady and Chick Evans in a 3-way tie for second. The Australian trickshot artist and global golf ambassador is best known for popularizing the game in far-flung corners, including a post-war exhibition tour across the United States. Ranked 3rd in 1920 earnings, Kirkwood is no stranger to big moments, and today he's proving he belongs on the biggest stage of them all. Just 3 back of Aubrey Boomer, momentum is quietly shifting. Ted Ray birdies the 10th, moving to even par and joining the growing logjam in second place behind Aubrey Boomer, who remains 3 clear at -3. Ray, the 1912 Open champion and noted for his booming drives and steady demeanor, has quietly pieced together a strong outward run and now opens the back 9 with purpose. At age 43, the English veteran remains a formidable presence, especially on a demanding course like Inverness, where his experience could yet prove decisive. Ted Ray makes par at the 11th and remains at even par, still tied for second with Joe Kirkwood Sr., Mike Brady, and Chick Evans. Ray's steady form through the middle holes has kept him in prime position, just 3 back of Aubrey Boomer, who continues to lead at -3. With experience on his side in the back nine unfolding, Ray's methodical pace may serve him well as others begin to falter on the demanding closing stretch at Inverness. Joe Kirkwood Sr. birdies the 6th to move to -1, claiming sole possession of second place. That's 2 red numbers already on his card today, and the Australian showman is suddenly just 2 shots behind leader Aubrey Boomer. Known for his globetrotting exhibitions and ranked 3rd in 1920 earnings, Kirkwood is running slow with control here at Inverness. With momentum on his side and the front 9 nearly complete, he's mounting a serious charge in round 2. Joe Kirkwood Sr. makes par at the 7th, holding steady at -1 and keeping solo second as round 2 continues. With 2 birdies already on the card, the Australian remains just 2 behind Aubrey Boomer, who has yet to tee off. Kirkwood's controlled pace and precision off the tee are serving him well on Inverness's narrow corridors. It's been a composed run so far, and with the turn approaching, he remains firmly in contention heading into the back 9.
Welcome to Inverness Club and the US Open. Please welcome to the tee from the United States Mike Brady.
Mike Brady opens his second round with a par at the first, remaining at even par and in solo 4th. The Boston native, twice a U.S. Open runner-up, is known for his consistent ball striking and calm demeanor under pressure. Currently 3 shots behind leader Aubrey Boomer, Brady is part of a crowded upper tier where a single birdie could shift momentum. With course conditions favoring patient play, the door is open for Brady to climb if he can capitalize early. Joe Kirkwood Sr. makes par at the 8th, holding at -1 and maintaining a share of second alongside Ted Ray. The Australian continues to look composed on a course that's challenging most of the field. His sharp iron play and course management have kept mistakes off the cards so far in round 2. With just one hole remaining on the front 9, Kirkwood sits 2 behind leader Aubrey Boomer, who is still yet to begin his second round. Mike Brady bogeys the second, slipping from even par to +1 and into a tie for 4th. After a solid start at the first, the misstep sets him back slightly in what is shaping up to be a tightly contested second round. Brady, who has twice finished runner-up in the U.S. Open, now finds himself 4 shots off the lead held by Aubrey Boomer. With ample holes ahead, there's still opportunity, but the margin for error is narrowing. Ted Ray makes par at the 15th and holds at -1, still tied for second with Joe Kirkwood Sr. The 1912 Open champion continues his deliberate no-frills march through Inverness and now stands just 2 back of leader Aubrey Boomer. Ray has 3 holes remaining in round 2, and while birdies have been hard-earned today, his patient, powerful game remains well-suited for the closing stretch. Mike Brady bounces back with a birdie at the 3rd, returning to even par and reclaiming solo 4th. It's a well-timed response after his early bogey at the 2nd, keeping the 2-time U.S. Open runner-up within 3 of leader Aubrey Boomer, who remains steady at -3. Brady's putting stroke appears sharp early, and if he can maintain momentum through the front side, he'll be well-positioned heading into the weekend rounds. Joe Kirkwood Sr. bogeys the 10th, falling from -1 back to even par and slipping into a tie for 3rd. It's his first blemish of the day after a strong front 9 that included 2 birdies, but the Australian remains within striking range. Now 3 behind leader Aubrey Boomer, Kirkwood must regroup quickly on the inward stretch if he hopes to maintain pressure. With Ted Ray still at -1, the contest remains wide open heading into the late stages of round 2.
Please welcome to the tee from England Aubrey Boomer.
Aubrey Boomer opens round 2 with a par at the first, remaining at -2 and holding a one-shot lead over Ted Ray. Though today's start is quiet, the gallery is still abuzz from yesterday's remarkable hole-in-one. Boomer's ace at the 17th was not only the shot of the tournament, it made international headlines. The Channel Islander, known for his crisp tempo and sharp short game, now begins his second loop at Inverness with all eyes watching. With calm skies and firm fairways ahead, his grip on the lead is far from secure. Mike Brady bogeys the fourth, falling from even par to +1 and dropping to solo fourth. After a promising birdie at the third, the misstep halts any early momentum. Brady, a two-time U.S. Open runner-up, now sits 3 back of Aubrey Boomer, who remains the leader at -2. With scoring chances scarce and firm conditions persisting, the pressure is mounting for Brady to steady the ship before making the turn. Ted Ray makes par at the 17th and remains at -1, holding solo second as he prepares to close out round 2. The veteran from Jersey has played a thoughtful, disciplined round, never veering far from the fairway. Ray now trails Aubrey Boomer by a single shot, Boomer himself just beginning his second round. With one hole left, Ray has a chance to post an early clubhouse number that could shape the weekend narrative at Inverness. Aubrey Boomer makes par at the second and stays at -2, maintaining his slim one-shot lead as round 2 gains momentum. Though the fireworks of yesterday's ace at the 17th still linger in memory, Boomer has shown composure in today's early going. He's been deliberate and precise, aware of the crowd chasing behind, including Ted Ray, who sits at -1 with just one hole remaining. The leaderboard remains tightly packed, but for now, Boomer's grip on the lead holds. Joe Kirkwood Sr. birdies the 12th to return to -1, pulling even with Ted Ray in second place and just one shot off Aubrey Boomer's lead. That marks his third birdie of the round, an impressive response after a bogey at the turn. The Australian trick shot legend is playing some of his most focused golf of the year, and with momentum on his side and 6 holes to go, he's emerging as a serious contender here at Inverness. Ted Ray completes his second round with a par at the 18th, finishing the day at -1, just one shot behind Aubrey Boomer's current lead. Ray's 36-hole total reflects classic control and seasoned course management from the 43-year-old Englishman. With his power off the tee and a soft touch on Inverness's firm greens, he now sets the clubhouse mark for others to chase. It's a strong showing from a past Open champion with plenty of fight left. Aubrey Boomer remains composed with a par at the third, holding the lead at -2 as he continues his second round. Though not yet matching yesterday's fireworks, headlined by that hole-in-one at the 17th, Boomer is avoiding mistakes and preserving his position atop the leaderboard. With Ted Ray now in the clubhouse at -1 and Joe Kirkwood Sr. steady through 12, the pressure is beginning to mount. Boomer's calm rhythm remains the pace setter at Inverness. Mike Brady birdies the 6th to return to even par, reclaiming solo fourth just 2 shots off the lead. That's his second birdie of the round, offsetting a bogey at the 4th, and it comes at a crucial time as pressure builds near the top of the board. A 2-time U.S. Open runner-up, Brady's experience is beginning to show here at Inverness, with Boomer still at -2 and Ted Ray finished at -1. Brady is inching back into contention. Joe Kirkwood Sr. birdies the 13th to move to -2, pulling into a tie for the lead with Aubrey Boomer. That marks his 4th birdie of the round. An impressive charge from the Australian, who is combining steady ball striking with confident putting here in round 2. Ranked 3rd on the 1920 earnings list, Kirkwood is living up to billing and now has a share of the top spot with 5 holes remaining. The pressure is mounting, Baha'i and Inverness is delivering a classic duel.
Hang on.
Joe Kirkwood Sr. makes par at the 14th to remain at -2, still sharing the lead with Aubrey Boomer, who is playing the 4th. The Australian continues his poised second round with 4 birdies already on the card and no further blemishes since the turn. With just 4 holes to play, Kirkwood is keeping the pressure squarely on Boomer. The battle atop the U.S. Open leaderboard is shaping into a classic. Experience, shot-making, and nerves now fully in play at Inverness. Aubrey Boomer stumbles with a double bogey at the 5th, tumbling from -2 to even par and falling into a tie for 3rd. It's a stunning turn for yesterday's ace maker and overnight leader, who had looked unshakable through the early holes. Boomer now trails Joe Kirkwood Sr. by 2 and sits 1 behind Ted Ray, who's already in the clubhouse at -1. A costly lapse on Inverness's demanding stretch could mark a pivotal shift in this tightly packed U.S. Open medley. Joe Kirkwood Sr. makes par at the 15th and holds his lead at -2, now 3 clear of Aubrey Boomer following Boomer's earlier double bogey. With just 3 holes remaining in round 2, Kirkwood has a golden opportunity to post the low 36-hole mark heading into the weekend. The Australian continues to strike it cleanly, navigating Inverness with confidence and control. Only Ted Ray in the clubhouse at -1 remains within reach as Kirkwood eyes a strong finish. Aubrey Boomer suffers a second double bogey, this time at the 6th, dropping sharply to +2 and falling to solo 4th. It's a stunning collapse for yesterday's leader, who came into round 2 with confidence and command. Now 4 shots behind Joe Kirkwood Sr., Boomer's once steady play has unraveled in dramatic fashion. With Inverness punishing every miscue, Boomer will need to regroup quickly just to stay in contention as the leaderboard begins to stretch under afternoon pressure. Joe Kirkwood Sr. bogeys the 17th, dropping from -2 to -1 and falling into a tie for the lead with Ted Ray, who completed his round earlier. After holding steady for much of the back 9, the misstep tightens the race once again with just 1 hole to play. Kirkwood, who surged into contention with 4 birdies earlier in the round, now needs a closing par at the 18th to share the clubhouse lead, or a birdie to reclaim it outright. Joe Kirkwood Sr. closes out round 2 with a birdie at the 18th, finishing at -2 and reclaiming the solo lead heading into the weekend. It's a composed and calculated round from the Australian veteran, featuring 5 birdies and just 2 bogeys across a challenging Inverness layout. Now 1 clear of Ted Ray and 3 ahead of Mike Brady, Kirkwood sets the mark for all others to chase. His steady ascent up the leaderboard has made him the man to watch.
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on.
And that wraps up our second round coverage from Inverness Club. Joe Kirkwood finishes atop the leaderboard at -2, delivering a composed, well-earned 36-hole lead as we head into the weekend. Ted Ray sits 1 back after a steady round of his own, while Chick Evans holds solo third at +3. A rough day for Aubrey Boomer, whose early lead was undone by 2 double bogeys. Notable movers like Harry Varden and Mike Brady remain in the hunt at +4. We'll see you for round 3. Don't miss it.